You're still watching Wake Up Nigeria, and right now we're joined with Bumi Alabi. She is a faith-based mental health counselor, an author and the founder of the Unbroken Movement, empowering single moms and young women to heal and find purpose. She hosts Just a Chat and True Life series on YouTube and wrote Couples Waiting Room for TTC couples. Through faith, storytelling and counseling, she helps others move from pain to wholeness, and that is just beautiful. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
All right, so you do a lot. You
Yes.
host, you write, you're a convener for the Unbroken Movement. Tell us a bit about that, because I feel like that's a lot to juggle as a woman. But how do you do it?
To juggle, I'm into catering work too.
Oh,
I have a
wow.
restaurant. We're not even part of the profile, but that's why I'm here today. Yeah, I do a lot, but for this time I'm here because of this Unbroken program. It's a movement for young single mom and mature single ladies. People trying to move from brokenness to wholeness. So that's what I'm into for now.
So
And
what
that's
was
why
the
I'm here.
vision for, because you told me it's about 6 years now. This is the
sixth year.
edition. And that's for that consistency, that is a lot. So what was the vision, when you were starting out? What did you want to see?
Okay, I think I started from seeing the need in my environment, because one thing I do is once I see that there's a problem around me and I see it consistently, I ask myself that, okay, why is this thing reoccurring? I've seen a lot of single mom around me, young single mom that they'll be the one taking care of the kids alone. Maybe some out of maybe premarital pregnancy and they want to abort, just have to take care of the kids. Or some maybe like a young widow that lost her husband early. And I look at it, okay, how can these people take care of a child alone? Some have 2, 3 children with no husband, taking care of a child, like for the father and the mother, it's a whole lot. Now a single mom doing the work of 2 persons together, it's a whole lot. So I realize a lot of them are really broken. They are going through different emotional pain, emotional downtown, and I saw that, okay, there's a need for me to come up for them. And also the mature single lady, most people don't talk about them because they believe that, okay, you're out, you are due for marriage. Instead of them trying to see how they can help them, they want pressure on them to society that go and get a man for yourself. And it's not that a lot of them don't want to get married, but some still want to take their time before they get married. So I realized that there's this emptiness that people don't really talk about them. They don't create an avenue for them to really heal before even moving on. So I discovered that, okay, let me come in from this area. And each time I do this, I hear people say, thank you for creating this, because the religious organization, they don't really take this into consideration. We know that, okay, there's women group, there's youth group, but nobody's catering for the single mom. And I decided, okay, let me just go into this. And for the past 6 years, it's been amazing, at least growing from stages to stages and reaching more people, even outside Nigeria. Yeah.
That is beautiful. And, speaking about the mature singles, sometimes it's even because they're waiting for the right person.
Yeah,
right?
actually.
So, and I can totally relate with mountain pressure. I think it's important to think, is the person happy? Are they living a happy life?
Actually.
Not just saying, get a man.
And some of them even turn out to be a single mom because they realize, okay, instead of getting a man, let me have a baby.
Yeah.
You understand?
But speaking about that, the single moms, the matured, do you fit into any of this profile? Because a lot of people would want to ask that.
Are we going through it?
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, it's about single mom basically, but for women generally who have gone through some grieving process, like a widow.
Did you go through that process?
Yeah, like in 2020 to 2023, I lost like 3 family members.
Wow.
You understand? It's not about maybe losing a relationship. There are some relationships that you love, that you lost at a point, and it's like the person is dead to you. So you are grieving, the person is grieving. So I went through that process of grieving, and even at a time, in every relationship, we have some downtime too. Sometimes that you feel broken, you feel pain, maybe at the early stage of the marriage, you feel like, okay, I can't go on with this. And I went through that, but I came out of it. Actually, people have talked, okay, you are not a single mom, you are not a mature single, but why are you doing this? So it's not necessarily for me to fall into this category, but I know what some of them have gone through, like a time of brokenness, a time of pain, a time of not finding voice for yourself. I've gone through all this myself. So I discovered that, okay, I can be a voice for them. You understand? And each time I have this program, I bring some people who have gone through this.
To share their stories.
To share their stories. So I bring single mom, I bring mature single lady who are striving. And this year I'm bringing Omotunde that is Lolo Adako, Jennifer's dad. Yeah, she's a single mom of 4 kids.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I know her story, and I know that she's really doing amazingly well. So I think bringing people like that can really relate their story with them.
Yeah, and you know, they can resonate with it because they see themselves in this.
Yeah.
So what is one transformational story that you've heard during the conference that has stayed with you?
Yeah, I think there was a time I did, as a mental health counselor, the first time I had an experience with some single mom, I did this therapy for them. I was just thinking that, okay, let me just talk with these ladies. Okay, is a therapy like talk therapy, taking them back to the memory lane of how maybe their baby father left them, that have you been healed? Because a lot of them are broken, a lot of them are filled with, as in vengeance, they want to take vengeance, they are just resentful, and they are bitter. So I asked them that, okay, go back to the memory lane, assuming that you are seeing your baby father here, what would you do to? And they started saying that, I hate you, I do this, and they were crying. And before I knew what was happening, they just broke into tears, and one was even rolling. It was like a deliverance. I was like, just to talk. So I saw that these ladies are so much bitter, and it has made them to get stuck in a place. And after the session, in fact, when
they feel relief.
Yeah, they feel relieved. They were like, they never knew that there's something that could make them feel light, to find themselves, because the main thing is for them to find a voice for themselves, to see that, okay, without your baby father, you are still someone, you can still find a life for yourself again. Don't go home being bitter. And a lot of them even want to move on. They want to go into another relationship without being healed. So, the truth is you can really find another relationship, but not to just build your life on your broken past. You understand? So those are the transformational story of some of those ladies. They're on my page, on my YouTube page. I put them there. So with that, a lot of people believe that, okay, if these people actually went through this, I can also find healing for myself. So that's what it's all about.
That is beautiful. And if we're being honest, you know how they say, hurt people hurt people. So if you haven't healed, you're carrying all of those baggage. You're entering into a new relationship, and you're just going to soil it. But speaking about the movement, because of course it's a place to find healing, and that's the reason why it's called Unbroken. So even though you feel broken right now, you can come and find healing, and you can see the better part of yourself. You can celebrate yourself and say, I can move forward. So tell us about this. When is it happening? How, like all the details.
Yeah, it happens every October, that's third weekend of October. So this is coming up on the 18th of October. That's Upper Week, weekend Saturday. So it's a whole day program from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And there's so much activities. We're going to have a group therapy session for the single mom and the mature single lady, the young widows. There's going to be a session for scholarship, for grants for them, because some of them want to just empower them to start up. Because people believe that, okay, this one, can they actually do more with their life? People believe that, okay, some of them, they opt out for something else to sell their body, to take care of their kids. And we make them believe that, okay, after finding yourself, because it's going to be about emotional healing first, then finding clarity, believing that, okay, outside the brokenness you had, you can still find yourself again. Know who you are, understand who you are beyond the pain, then also empowerment, that is empowering them to start, then building a community for them to see people of like minds that they can share their story. So it's coming up on the 18th of October by 9 a.m. Yes, and it's taking place at 599 U-turn bus stop, Lagos Expressway. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Abule Egba.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why it's taken up in Lagos, but online people can join online too.
Oh, so there is going to be a link.
Yeah,
like
there's going to be a link. Yeah, a Zoom link. Yeah.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Yeah.
So it's not just for people who are physically present.
Yeah.
Wherever you are in the world,
yeah, they
you
can
be a
actually
part
join.
of it.
Yes, on my YouTube.
That is beautiful. So you also wrote a book, waiting room.
TTC. Yeah.
Yeah. So for people trying to conceive. So it's not just about single women, single moms, or mature single. Even for couples.
A lot of them are broken. People trying to, because I waited. That one I have a practical story. I waited for you. I think I've been here for once to talk about it. I waited for like 2 years. But that 2 years was like, it was a whole lot for me. So I could relate with people that are waiting for like 5, 10, 20 years.
Yeah.
So I wrote the book for them that, okay, even though you've gone through this waiting period, it's not going to be forever, because I had my own story. Even having gone through medical treatment, in fact, there was a time that the doctor told me that there's no way you can give birth naturally without IVF.
Wow.
Yeah, and I left. I said, okay, I don't have money for IVF now.
Because it's quite expensive, and we don't really
talk about it. That was like in 2020 and 2010. That was there. So I said, I can't do IVF. And I went back doing my normal thing. I was doing my ministry, I do things for singles a lot. So I was just doing my thing, and it happened.
God made it happen.
I can't say this is what I did that made it happen. I was just enjoying myself. I was living my life. So a lot of them have been broken to single mom, as in TTC mom. They've been broken, they've been bashed, especially the women.
Yes.
Thinking because everything is a lot on women that, okay, you are not the one that is not able to conceive. So single mom.
And you don't even know if it's the man.
Yeah, if it's
or
the
if
man.
it's not just the right time.
Yeah, so many of them are going through a lot of heartbreak. You know, it's grieving to losing a child. People that have been having miscarriages, it's like grieving also. So they are broken. So it's open space for women generally.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love the fact that, you know, you're doing this. It's a ministry.
Yeah,
you call
actually.
it that, for women and for people who feel like maybe they've lost hope, or you can come.
Yeah.
And I feel like something I really take from here is the community.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can come and hear people share their stories and you can relate with them. You can say, you know what, even if you've been able to go through this and come out on the other side, I also can go through it and still come out better,
Yeah.
right? And I love what you're doing. We want to say thank you so much.
you very much,
I cannot wait for the 18th of October to be there. You know, just be there and bask in all of that.
Yeah.
But well done, well done. Wish you
very
all
much.
the best
Thank
in
you
all your
very much.
endeavors.
Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you there too.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right, we're speaking with Bumi Alabi, and you want to make sure you go for that event, especially if you're a single mom or a mature single as well. Now, we're going on a short break, but there's so much more to come up on Wake Up Nigeria, so please stay with us.